Today we're going to be building a console table, but not just any console table, a 7-foot long console table from Pottery Barn that costs $900 to buy. The best part is you can build it out of 5 boards from Lowe's or Home Depot that come in at a total of only $36.92. Let's get started. For this project, we're going to be using one 1x10, two 2x4s, and two 2x8s. Now this is going to be great for whether you're just starting out in woodworking and you need a console table for your house, or if you're trying to build something to make money. Obviously, like I said, this is going to be a super cheap, and it's also going to be a very easy build for those of you that are trying to get it turned out very quickly and make some money. So I'm going to be keeping track of exactly how long this project takes to build, but first I'm going to cut up the lumber so we can begin the assembly. Now I've got everything rough cut down on the miter saw, but we've got to head on over to the table saw to make a few rip cuts on several of these pieces. Now if you want the full plans with all the dimensions and cut lists and stuff, just scan that QR code there and that's going to take you to the plans, or you can click the link below in the description. Now for the next step, we're going to be drilling some pocket holes, and for that I'm going to be using the KREG 520, but honestly any of those pocket hole jigs would work just fine. Or if you want to get fancy and use some other kind of joinery, you're more than welcome to do so. But the pocket holes are going to be going in all of these pieces that we just ripped down. I'm going to be putting some in the ends of this 1x10, as well as for the top we're going to be using the 2x8s, and we'll connect those together with some pockets. So I've already gone ahead and set the legs aside, and we'll just get drilling pocket holes. So now we're going to be assembling the top, and essentially, like I said, I've got these pocket holes drilled in here. Simply, we're just going to attach those together. The bottom sides are what is facing up, and the good, better sides are what is facing down, because that is going to be the top of our console. So we're just going to apply a nice bead of glue all along this guy right here and make sure that we got good coverage, and then we'll screw this thing together with 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. There's our top. Now all we've got to do is sand this down and get this looking nice. Okay, so here is one of the outside legs, and as you can see, I've got a little piece of 3/4-inch scrap that I'm going to be using to support the other side, and we'll just go ahead and attach them through these pocket holes. Now, the issue that I was wondering if I was going to have is, can I get these screws in here? And I think I can. So there is one of your legs. Now we'll repeat the process on this other one and the middle leg. Now this is where it gets tricky. So the issue with these pocket holes are that I can't get my gun in there. But luckily, I've got this 90-degree tool right here, and this should make that process doable. Okay. Our legs are done. Now we've got the outside legs, the middle leg, and then our top over there. We're gonna go ahead and install the shelf first. So we'll get that in place, make sure that this is nice and center, and then we'll pocket screw it to the outside, as well as put some brad nails in here, or actually I think we can come up from underneath with some screws, and then we can put our top on. Okay, so I've actually got this on its side because I feel like this is going to be the easiest way to assemble it. I also went ahead and used a pocket hole clamp to clamp this board into place because it's going to hold it there for me, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and install this with just 1¼ inch pocket. And for the middle support, I've already gone ahead and laid out the mark that I need to get this nice and centered on this board. And we're just going to be using 2-inch wood screws for these. All right, now we just need the last side. All right, let's get our top over here. I've got the base exactly where I want it on the top, and now we've just got to secure it to the top itself, and I'm just going to be using the 2.5 inch pocket screws for that, but obviously not in a pocket. Flip this bad boy over and see what we're working with. Okay, so here it is. I actually like how this turned out. I was a little bit worried about like a wobble because there's no cross bracing, no way to kind of keep this from racking, but it's actually pretty sturdy. Overall, this has taken me about an hour to build. So if you're gonna be selling something like this, you think about an hour of your time and then about $40 in materials. You know, I think there's definitely room for a lot of profit in there. Now you could offer this unfinished, or you could offer it at an upcharge for a finish. We are going to be adding a finish to this. And in fact, if you haven't seen one of my previous videos where we did an outdoor dining table, we're gonna be adding that finish to it, which is the Shugiban, I don't know how you say it, Shugiban finish, where essentially we're gonna char this and try and get it as dark as possible to match that Pottery Barn example. So let's do that now. Now, before I get started, I wanted to remind you that the plans for this are available, and you can scan that QR code there or click the link in the description. Now, we've got the weed torch set up, and I went ahead and flipped this upside down so that we could get all the underside edges first. And essentially, if you haven't seen that video that I was talking about before, we're just gonna burn the crap out of this whole thing, come back with a hose and a stiff bristle brush and get as much of the soot off as possible. But I haven't done this yet with pine, so I'm interested to see how this all works out. Let's see how it goes. All right, so with the big burn out of the way, now I'm just gonna follow it with this little torch and basically pinpoint these spots, like mainly these knots and some of the grooves and stuff the big torch didn't get down into. But these knots are still relatively light, so if you just torch them with this guy, you can darken those right up because it's more of a directed pinpoint area. All right, let's spray her down. All right, so the table is looking great. I love the way that the charred finish looks. It just gives it that nice even color, or more even than a stained wood on pine like this. Now, in order to protect it, and as well as kind of like lock in any soot that still remains on this, I'm gonna be applying a polyacrylic top coat. And I went with an ultra matte because, or an ultra flat, I think is what it's called. But the reason being is that when you char the wood, it actually gives it a slight sheen. So I wanna kind of see if I can mute that with this ultra flat. I'm gonna get this done and then we can get it in place and see how it looks. All right, so we got the console table in its place and it looks great. Fits nicely behind a full-size couch, and it's gonna give us another area to be able to decorate, store stuff, as well as you could even use this as some sort of buffet. Now, let's go over the numbers. Like I said in the beginning, it only cost me $36.92 in lumber to build this console table. And if you add in some money for screws and glue, I threw in another 10 bucks, so now you're up to around 47 bucks. The total time to assemble this was only 1 hour. That was cutting all the lumber, assembling it, and doing some rough sanding and whatnot. Now, as far as the finish goes, we did the Sushugiban finish, which was entailed burning it, scrubbing it, getting all the soot off, and then coming back with a polyacrylic finish. I think you could save some time if you just stained it and then applied your polyacrylic, but I like the look of it. I think it gives us a very close resemblance of the initial project that we were inspired from, the Pottery Barn table. So for that, we used a quarter tank of propane, which comes in at about $5. We also used around a quarter can of polyacrylic, so about $7 there. And then we had some furniture feet on the bottom for another $5, bringing the total for the finished cost up to $17. And when it comes to the time that we put into the finish, just the finish, that was about an hour for the charring and the scrubbing, and then another half an hour for the polyacrylic. Like I said, I think you could save some time there if you were to just stain this project. So that brings the total cost to $63.92, including the finish. Now let's talk numbers. If you were going to sell this to try and make some money, if you were able to price this at $250 and get $250 for this table, which I think is still a very affordable table, your profit would be $186 and your price per hour would be around $75. That's a pretty good profit margin. Now, if you were able to get $300 for this table, your profit goes up to $236 and you get roughly $95 per hour in profit. The other thing that I want to point out is that if you were to sell this unfinished, just the hour to build and the lumber and screw cost, whatever, then your profit margin would go up to $103 per hour. Again, if you're trying to make some money on the side, I think this is an excellent opportunity to do so. And like I said, I'll have the plans in the QR code somewhere around here or in the link in the description. Until next time, be safe and happy building.